Can I help you find something, sir?
Hey, Clamato.
Patrick, baby boy. Let me know if you need something, sir.
This is us working together, Michelle. Remember when that used to happen? Where you became Cecil B. Gondry?
Great. Oh, my God.
Can you wait 1 more second before you walk in?
Yeah.
On the rest, can we make it a little faster?
Yeah.
Or? Okay. Action.
I don't even know you, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, obviously you do. And who the fuck is that?
We have
Some fucking French
Kate and us got together, and we, he would say things like, okay, we're going to try to create real, moments between people who have loved each other for a long time. And next thing you know, we're on the ground, I'm screaming, whatever. Things get completely out of control. And yet it was a wonderful way to just to connect with Kate.
My crotch is still here, just as you remembered it.
Ew. It should look like it's the first time I ever saw him. Ew.
What? Here's my crotch, just as you remembered it.
Oh, thank God.
That was part of the process too. It was just getting us together and getting the juices flowing.
But I think something that gets us going
Attraction.
is really quickly we got to start to bitch about other people that were not in the room.
Exactly.
And that's a very good way to bond with each other.
Yeah, bond over what you hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a good thing we did that though, because there was a lot of different things we were kind of exploring.
Yeah.
And that is
Charlie's script was it was very specifically written. But like when we would say...
There was room, though. That's the surprising thing that people might not think about, is that, I mean, Charlie's scripts are as close to, perfect as you can get, and yet there was room within this for our relationships, and there was room for my memories of childhood and the row your boats and all that.
True,
It all comes from my life. There comes a time in every boy's life where he's faced with, take the BB gun and kill the bird, or whatever it was. And I can't believe that, I couldn't believe I was in a movie that would allow that.
Yeah.
But it's so poignant and so real for every boy. I mean, I don't know, especially in this day and age, how many people can't identify with the feeling that there's nobody there for them, or that they're too busy to pick them up, or whatever. I think we all have that innately in us. We're looking for somebody to pick us up, even now. It's the challenge of every boy growing up. I mean, you're either the guy sitting on the step going, I'm never going to go up there, or there's a series of boys, one after another, going up the challenge.
I would never go and challenge anyone. I would just stay on my own.
You'd think your way around it. You're like the guy who's like, I can't really play basketball, but...
No, I would stand aside and say, well, maybe give the ball to him, and then this one open the hole.
Oh, direct it. I was just amazed when I got on the sets and what Michel was doing with the forced perspectives and things like that. It was not only brilliant visually, but it was just so much fun for the actors.
Okay.
Should we tell them about the fight, though? That day.
Yeah.
That day was the hardest day on the shoot, and we were all really incredibly tired. And Kate fainted in the hot tub, and I got angry because Michel wanted to shoot the shot, because he gets, really into it. And he's like, get her out of there, pull the body out and keep shooting, you know, kind of thing. And I was like, and I was out of my mind. I got into the male protector role and things like that, and then ended up like he's chasing me around, you've got to get back in the tub, you've got to get back in the tub, and I'm like this, and I almost smacked him.
Yeah,
and he was like,
confronted me.
he goes, yeah, I turned and I gave him a look, and he goes, are you going to punch me in the face? And I go, I don't think so.
Then he went back there. And do you notice how important this moment when you're drowning in water
Yes,
is?
I understand.
So that's
I
why
got it.
I was
It was
driven for the movie.
beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
And in the meantime, we had lunch, which was because it was the end of the week. Lunch was at 8 p.m. We went out and we did this little short film. With
The same night.
He did this. He gave me this big present of being in my DVD, playing this kind of silly character in the bed car.
He
come
rigs a
back
bed with a Volkswagen engine, and I'm singing my Elvis song that I created called Pecan Pie, and all of a pecan pie. And so we went out to do this. In the middle of shooting, we go out to this godforsaken gas station in the middle of Jersey somewhere, and I drive into the gas station, and a couple of guys jump out and start fixing my bed, and then I drive out. Well, they hadn't thought about, like, checking the brakes or anything like that, so there was no brakes. So at one point I was driving around the gas pumps faster and faster and faster, and everybody was just like, he's not gonna stop, and they just keep running. Finally, I had to take it out onto the road and all the way down the freeway to the side of the road. It finally conked out.
I would like to be the guy who saw you from their car when they were driving.
I know.
Like a totally double surprise. This is a bed driving, and there is a guy in pajama.
It's like a scene from Bewitched or something like that.
Yeah.
Gladys Kravitz opens her window and sees me driving by in a bed, and to be able to, come up with that kind of stuff, he has this desire to just do things differently, which is fantastic, which is where I want to live, It's everything to me, to be original.
Okay, so you are witnessing a special effect done directly in cameras. Basically, this special effect is meant to help the audience to understand how Joel Barish feels when he's a kid, so he's under the table. Hey! So, I am in my dimension, in my size, and now I want to reach his dimension, which is half of mine. So I just basically have to walk and join him. Hey, how's it going?
You want to be around people with ideas and guts. That's the key to everything, is just keep coming with the ideas. Some of them work, some of them don't, but you're not sitting there just going, how can we imitate what we've seen before?
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, the teacher's coming. We did a lot of playing around. I mean, you have to find things that are real. And so at times I was under there with crayons drawn on the floor when I wasn't supposed to and things like that. There was just a lot of experimentation. I don't know, I find it kind of easy to go there into that realm.
I think Kate was really brilliant in this
She was
moment.
incredible.
She was like super pretty.
Yes.
On the deck, she was cartoonish.
We weren't just playing like, let's get out of here, let's hide from this thing that's happening to us. We were caught up in what was happening to us, and we'd get confused as to what the purpose was. And that was the fun part to play. It wasn't just like, okay, we know what we're going to do, we got to go through this memory now. It was getting caught up in the reality of the memories.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because you can't make a movie when it's just a succession of turn of the story, and a lot of time you have to follow the rules, and they say, okay, this moment it's saying that this character is going through that. This moment says that, well, now it changes, and now he learns his lesson. And what you want is to have that, I guess, but more importantly is to each moment feel that it's just a glimpse of real life.
Hi.
Hi. I figured you'd show your face around me again.
When you learn your lesson in life, you go, it's never a complete thing. It's never the end of the lesson.
If you want to be with me, you're with me.
Okay. We were constantly asking him about, you know, first of all, we're in this memory, what is this just a pure memory? Is this, are we alive? Am I lucid? Am I a voyeur in this memory? It was about, you know, where the hell are we most of the time? It was so difficult to keep centered.
And think of Kate, because Kate was not really her. She was not Clementine, but yet we had to connect the moment, otherwise she would not be a real character.
Right.
But Charlie had to find a great way to play with that by the fact you are in the memory or watching the memory by using different tense.
Can you hear me? I want to call it off!
It was so guerrilla, like the night that the circus came into town.
Oh yeah.
And we were down shooting some scene in the subway, and suddenly we just hear in the middle of everything, we hear, "The circus!" Like this, the circus is in town, circus is in town. They walk the elephants in through the tunnel, and it's the only way to get them to Madison Square Garden. So they walk through this parade at 12 o'clock at night. Of course, Michel doesn't even think twice. That's a great thing, you know, he just goes, you know. And he said, "Get in the vans, get in the vans," like this kind of thing, and everybody's in the vans, and we're flying through town, and we catch up to where the circus is going to come around, and all of us, crew, cameras, everybody, are running down the streets of New York.
They were fucking fast. You have to
They were
really
moving, and the crowd was moving. So the whole time we're getting shots for that scene. There's a paparazzi right this close to my head going, "Jim, please, God, my kids!" like that kind of thing. The whole time while you're trying to be in the scene. It is the most challenging thing you've ever seen, but fun. Me and Kate, I grabbed her hand, man, and we're just running through these crowds trying to get to the next place where we can get a shot.
And there is my favorite shot of Jim in the movie, I think. It's when we find this trick that you would do with wearing your jacket to play like an elephant. And she disappeared too early, and that was one of my tricks. I asked her, "Okay, Kate, go." And he's really looking for Kate because he didn't finish.
I actually said Kate.
Yeah,
that's right.
And he looked so lost. You look so lost because you didn't have time to do the elephant trick, and she was gone. And we use this look in the film.
I know,
and
it's beautiful.
It's so sad because you're like looking for Kate, and she didn't let you finish your moment.
So what he's trying to say is he tricked me into a good performance.
I remember watching some rerun of In Living Color, and at the end of the show, it's like Saturday Night Live. Everybody comes out and dance on the stage, and everybody's like super fun. It's like the best moment. Everybody hug. And there is one guy, he's taller than everyone, and he's doing nothing but being lonely, and it's Jim.
But I was definitely a little bit of a fish out of water when it came to the hip hop dancing at the end of the show.
To me, that was what was one of the reasons why I wanted, when I wanted you to be Joel. This loneliness.
Well, for me, it was an emotional journey and a kind of reopening and examination of past, you know, brokenheartedness, and a lot of it I was trying to speak to certain people, you know, and I'd improvise, and we'd do these scenes where I'd talk to the doctor, and we'd do like an hour of me just literally spewing my real stuff without the names and such, and it was quite interesting.
No, that is like a TV.
Women became different, men became different. I hate women. I hate them. I do.
You do?
That's not true.
You do?
That's not true. I mean it. I don't hate women.
Shit.
Sorry.
You've broken the tape recorder.
I know. What are you gonna do now?
Can we take that tape to your apartment or to my apartment?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
fucked up
Okay.
the tape
No,
machine.
that's what we'll go. We'll go and
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So, when you're here, I really need you to show the house. You know the scene when the two kids walk and you did their voice live as they were going? It's something I really wanted to try.
Yeah.
When you see the two kids coming back to his house, it's a very charming moment, and they were actually here, Jim and Kate, behind the camera with a microphone, verbalizing what they were actually doing. And I mean, any producer would tell me, well, you don't have to have the actor to do that. But to me, it was important because I think by you being out with them, even if you were not on camera, it would make it sound charming and real.
Well, there's nothing like things happening organically on the spot, on site, you know? I really think so. When you do a cartoon voiceover or some other thing and you're alone in a studio, it's just, it's not quite the same thing. There's something electric about the people doing it in front of you right there. It's beautiful. It's amazing.